YouTube, what the crap's going on? Patchy the Jedi here, back on, oh crap, Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords. We are just leaving the Telos Academy, and we're going to hop on our ship and get ready to head to Nar Shaddaa. And we are going to enter the Ebon Hawk, and get ready to travel to Nar Shaddaa. And you can't see these cutscenes for some reason, so I'm going to skip that one. But basically it's just the Ebon Hawk leaving the hangar. And then we get this.
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens is not among us.
She has left with the exile.
Left?
But why? Her oath.
I sent her to travel with the exile. She may discover something I cannot.
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens, she is willful, and she has demonstrated a fascination with Jedi. It may not have been why.
I know what I have done, but it was necessary.
Well, now that we're off that Dajaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
Alright. What's with T3? What are you talking about? You downloaded Atris's archives? I like this.
What is the machine saying?
Good question, Kriya. I don't understand this little pile of crap. He said there was a holo record of my trial in Atris's records.
Seem to have found it.
It's flashback time, people. Break out the sepia tone.
Do you know why we have called you here?
I came because I chose to, not because you summoned me, or let's see, you called me here to answer for my crimes at Malachor. I'm going to say one, came because I chose to, not because you summoned me.
So have you come full circle to return to the Jedi?
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
I realized that following Revan to war was in violation of the Jedi Code. I broke it knowingly, defying the wishes of the Council. Actually, I'm going to say 3, which was the truth is the Mandalorians had to be stopped or countless more lives would be lost.
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out, and so have shut yourself to the galaxy.
We feel that your true understanding of what happened at Malachor 5 will only happen in time, and it cannot happen here, near the battlegrounds where you fought.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Much defiance in that one.
You are correct, Kavar. When he was here, I felt it. It was as if he was not there, more like an echo.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. She speaks to their passions, not their sense. The war has touched them. Many of them have found themselves in the war against the Mandalorians.
It is as I feared, and I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. He has lost himself. He is no Jedi. He walked Revan's path, but he was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path she did.
We are not the ones who taught her.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code, and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. He has changed.
Whatever that wound was, It was of the dark side. We should not have let him depart. He will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with him, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let him go because we must. Where he travels, he carries his destination with him.
Malachor 5 should have been his grave. You saw it in his walk, and in the Force. It was as if he was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and he cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told him the truth. A Jedi deserves to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was true. There's still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years, we will call him before us and explain what happened to him, and how he may be healed. Until then, he must accept his journey.
But he may never discover the truth, and he will never know why we cast him out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Doesn't make much sense, but that makes you feel
Jedi
better,
sure
sure.
like their secrets, don't they?
Alright, it says, those last few moments of my trial, I had no idea. If you find anything else, let me know. Atris has a list of all the missing Jedi. Display it. So we got Master Vrook on Dantooine. Zez-Kai El, Nar Shaddaa. Kavar is on Onderon. And Vash is on Korriban. Atris on Telos. I knew all those Jedi Masters.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
We have no choice. Those Jedi know what happened to me. Oh,
Those
here comes
are
Handmaiden.
Atris's records you have stolen.
What the hell are you doing on our ship?
I have come to join you. I can help you against this threat.
Well, we don't want your help. Or any of your sisters.
If it comforts you to believe that, then so be it. But the enemies you face are many, and you will need all the help you can get. It is just me, and I am doing this because Atris believes you will need help.
I'll take whatever help I can get, sure.
But of course, what does one more matter to our journey? I have had enough of this. I will be in my chambers.
Yeah,
whatever, you'll
me
be on your
too.
chamber pot.
I'll be in my chambers. But since I don't have any, I guess I'll just go to the cockpit like I always do. If she's coming with us, she gets the cargo hold. Might remind her how fun it is to get locked up.
General.
The cargo hold is enough. I assure you, there is little I need. I will attend to myself.
Let's see. I'll say one, or I'll just say don't let them butter you. They've been through a lot.
It is no matter. I am used to worse conditions, but thank you for your kindness.
Alright, so the handmaidens joined our party.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
Yes, they took it.
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that.
Let's see. I'll say, and why wouldn't I?
I don't know, General, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete.
Alright, very well. To begin, there are some parts I'll need.
I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need.
Alright then, what do we need?
You need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
Okay.
For the last time, no. Because you're programmed to force your opponent to go first, and nothing will convince me the computer doesn't cheat. Even if I didn't have to go first and somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards, I still wouldn't play with a trash compactor. Yeah? How many credits?
All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about.
Let's see, what's going on here?
I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was...
That sounds like a good idea to me. Upgrade him.
Good. Now let's get... You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
Okay, we just got a +2 bonus to T3M4's Constitution, I guess. Alright. Let's see. There's probably a bunch of stuff we need to do. Probably have to go talk to a bunch of people, so we might as well head over here and see if we need to talk to old whiny Kreia.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room.
As many as want to come and help us.
Then prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience.
They're my friends, not my followers.
Do not cloak one word within another. Friends. Do friends not follow? Do friends not form a hierarchy of their own, no matter how small the circle?
Great. Here goes philosophical Kreia again. They are your friends too. Maybe you could even learn to see them that way rather than followers.
I am too old for friends.
Well, I
And
agree
when
with
the years
that.
settle upon you, you will dispense with such words as well.
All right. What makes you think they'll obey me?
Because I am not blind, that is why. I see.
Well, you look
what they
blind to
see.
me.
Hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others.
Does the fact that they obey me upset you?
I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them?
No. What?
They echo you, either fighting or surrendering to their feelings, their loyalty, their duty. Your mere presence serves as an example to them of something to uphold or something to fight against. Watch them carefully, see their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done.
All right, they're my friends, not my tools,
I
crazy
care
lady.
not which of the words you use, as long as you make use of that which you forge. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength.
What do you mean?
Discussion, perhaps, for another time.
Okay. All right, well, I've heard enough. I'll see ya. Wow, talking to Kreia drives me crazy. I mean, sometimes what she says is kind of cool, and then other times she just really gets on my nerves. Let's see, so here's the HK. We can repair and initialize the control cluster. So we're getting closer to repairing the HK droid. Let's go talk to Handmaiden real quick. I think we need to change her name to Iron Maiden.
Oh, welcome, Exile. Is there some...
You alright?
Yes, your features, your stance. There is a calm about you that I did not notice on Telos.
What do you mean?
There's an energy about you, a lightness in your movements. It is something I have seen in only the most disciplined and revered of the Ichani weapon masters, yet it comes to you with ease.
I do feel better, feel more in touch with my surroundings and others.
It shows in your features. It is beautiful to see.
Ooh, getting a little creepy on us. Can I ask you some questions?
You may ask.
Did Atris ever mention me?
She said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters. your teachings, and yourself.
Going to war was
That
necessary.
is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts, and she told us why you fell to the dark side.
What? Dark side?
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars, when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up.
So why didn't I keep fighting in the Jedi Civil War, huh?
Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with them, because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force.
The Force aside, I was tempted to attack the Jedi, but I didn't. That's hilarious. I did not march with Revan because it was my choice.
So it was a matter of choice, then. If Atris has erred in her evaluation of your motivations, it might be best to inform her.
Let's see. I'd rather jab myself with a bow than stun her. Did Atris say anything else?
I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation.
Expressed feelings?
Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they do not come at all.
What do you think Atris's heart says?
Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say.
I would like to fight her.
Battle is a form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion.
So if I fought Atris, the truth might come out?
Perhaps it may prove truer than conversing with words. In battle, the words are swept away, giving way to actions. Mercy, sacrifice, anger, fear. These are pure moments of expression.
Okie dokie. Well, I had some other questions. I wanted to ask you about it. Why do you look different from your sisters? Why are you called the Handmaiden? Do you have a name? Do you have a name?
Before entering Atris's service, yes, I carried a name, as all the children of the Ichani do.
What was it?
It is not important. My title and rank is of consequence, not my name. I take value in Atris's service, not in myself.
You should take value in yourself as well.
We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging ourselves to something greater. When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade.
There's some truth in what you say. Is that your judgment of me? Let's see. Are you making a comment about me turning the Jedi Code?
If reason
Let's say
for the
one.
self is why you turned away, then yes, perhaps there was a judgment there. But it was not intended as an attack.
Do you think that I lost myself when I disobeyed the Jedi?
I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself.
Right now, the only question I'm asking myself is why I'm letting you stay. That's hilarious. I had some other questions. Let's see. So we asked her about the name. What are you doing? Let's ask her what she's doing.
I'm training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be prepared. That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have something to focus my attention on, I fear my sanity will erode as well.
I'll say that she can play Pazak
What
with
do you
that.
mean, Pazak? What, again?
No, I do not trust him.
I don't think anyone here trusts each other. Forget it.
That
At cards? I'm going to say this is going to be a short journey if everyone's watching each other for
That
betrayal.
is untrue. You and the Iridonian trust each other. Or at least the Iridonian trusts you. We heard much of the Iridonian when we served Atris. Atris believed that the Iridonian held the knowledge to restoring Telos.
Beodur?
Yes. His skill with machines is something beyond which most can aspire to. His shield technology surpasses the designs of even the most skilled of Ichani power architects. I do not realize if you know what it means to have such a one respect and follow you. The Iridonian allied himself with no one on the entire world of Telos, yet he will follow you at the risk of his life. His stance, in many ways, mirrors yours. Where he walks, he carries a world upon his shoulders, and like you, I do not know if he has ever faced it.
Let's see. Forget it. I had other questions. Let's see. I don't feel like talking to her anymore, so I'm gonna get going. I'd kind of like to actually get to another planet. I know you're supposed to talk to them, but it's just like seems like that's all I did was talk in the last episode, and that's all I've done on this one. So I kind of want to just head over to Nar Shaada. I'd like to get my lightsaber parts. So let's see. I'm gonna head to the galaxy map, and let's see. There's Telos Station, Onderon, Nar Shaada, Dantooine, and Korriban. Paragus. Yeah, let's go back to Paragus. It seems nice. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go to Nar Shaada. So, yep, we're going to go to Nar Shaada. Travel. It's going to have a cutscene that it probably won't show you, I think. Yes.
Well, here we are. The Smuggler's Moon. It's the gaping maw of Nal Hutta, swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War ended up on Nar Shaada, from all sides of the conflict. When the last war ended, there was no place left for them to go. Nar Shadda's a rough place and easy to get lost in. Or for someone to get lost. If we wanted to keep out of sight from the Sith for a while, you couldn't pick a better spot.
Let's see. What's Nal Hutta?
Glorious jewel in Huttese, but don't let that fool you. It's the central breeding grounds of the Hutts. Nar Shaada orbits it. Nal Hutta's as slimy as the Hutts. Lots of swamp and bloated gas. It's where those slugs reach out and grab chunks of the galaxy. Trust me, we're not going to go anywhere near the place unless we want to be washing the stink out of our clothes for the next few years.
That bad? I didn't think anything could compel you to bathe.
You spent all day thinking up that joke?
Burn!
Maybe should start a circus.
I fail to understand the reference, though I doubt your explanation would prove worthwhile.
Oh, getting catty here in the crew. That's right. Getting some cat fights started. So there's a lot of ex-soldiers on Nar Shaada.
Some came looking for work running freight and cargo. Still, there's only so many ships to go around and so many workers. So others lend their weapons to the Hutts in the exchange. It's become a prime base for raider recruitment across the galaxy.
Alright, what would the Jedi, or how hard would it be to find the Jedi here?
It won't be easy. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaada, finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in, or find you once you arrive.
You speak of this place as if it is familiar to you.
Anyone flying the Star Lanes has docked on Nar Shaada at least once. I wouldn't want to live there, and I doubt anyone does by choice.
Alright, we already asked that. How hard will it be to hide? Not concerned about that. Then let's take the Ebon Hawk in for a landing.
Plotted a course for the refugee sector, and we should touch down within the hour. Once we're down, we should finally be able to breathe easy. There's no way anyone's gonna find us here.
Way to jinx it. Alright, it shows us flying into Nar Shaada. Gonna have to skip because it won't actually show on your screen. Another one that won't show on your screen, it's big fancy yacht flying past. I don't really remember this. I'm gonna watch it and should go in here and show another cutscene. Here you go. So this is inside the big fancy yacht that was flying past.
Perhaps you have heard that the Jedi comes to Nar Shaada. While he walks upon the Smuggler's Moon, he is not to be harmed. You may watch him, observe his movements, but nothing more. You must, because one Jedi attracts others. It is the way of things.
Mababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu esfrektonatada beer mabar chokto. Torenibu inturata sisi me burokra.
Banisukakran, joka mata storch ban locha. Joanna masaranka ma ramazurata. Keso juskrita lorsa. Yumacha fueko mikojira.
Oso ranwi no chabi. Tu rantamana sobu. Febko emareyam ga watasitu insula rakarakachata. Tamaso kinchuda wanka. Mopi una wana si chokoratawa.
Request. If Goto's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate assassination protocols and commence firing at once.
The upo boteño go jucho picha, gwen tabani sochu, norotoga proto lala shishi, jubadosa jibacha, ratak mansan, tokosha na chitolo. Joanna masaranka ma ramazurita, keso juskrita lorsa, yumacha fueko mikujira. Kawanabota atagwa kankadiwa. Yutaka alwanji yumaliba. Tues mahawika si wawanta mo guika wansoba. Wakama nurawa.
Observation. Jedi follow the self-destructive path of pacifism and tolerance. They will not attack first.
Honto no saka. Jita bedwana maticha. Doveri nincha yonona shitasa chuch. Si machatana. Dona we searcha makaran.
So all these bounty hunters are planning on how to get at me. Should be fun.
Beautiful stench and decay of desperate living.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Welcome to Nar Shaddaa. Towering buildings kilometers high and miles deep, with canyons so wide you could have a dogfight in them. Word of warning, watch where you step, or you'll fall for hours.
Are we going to be okay on this landing pad?
Most of the landing pads around here are unclaimed, or should be. They're pretty badly maintained, so they're not safe to land on. Well, I mean, not this one. But they all have the reputation, so we should be all right. I think.
All right. Let's see. Is this the refugee sector?
In all its glory. Don't get your hopes up from what you see here, though. As soon as we hit the main sector, that's when the smell and the mobs can get pretty bad.
All right, let's move on. This is
All right,
boring.
then, let's move out. Where are we headed exactly?
It does not matter where we go. If what we seek is here, we shall come upon it in due time.
Yeah, if you want to stay on the ship and meditate some more, don't let us stop you. Whatever we do, I say we get the Hawk's ID signature changed while we're here. Might keep us from being a target when we enter a new system.
It is not your choice, Adon. It is his. What is it you wish to do?
Let's see. I wouldn't mind getting some new equipment.
There should be a central trading hub up ahead. Their stock's probably not the best, but they may have some things worthwhile.
All right. If he's here, I want to find him, so we're looking for Zez Kyle.
Finding a Jedi or anyone else touched by the Force here will be difficult. The mass of people, the rush of their emotions. It makes detection difficult. But this moon does not get any smaller while we wait. This sector is as good as any place to begin our search, so let us begin.
Well, if we're gonna search a moon of a few billion inhabitants for one Jedi that even our own can't sense, might as well start as soon as possible.
All right. Let's go see where our path takes us.
All right. If you have any questions, just ask. We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want. No one supervises these landing pads anymore.
You there!
Uh-oh.
What's with you? Letting that piece of junk sink its struts into my landing pad.
Force persuade. I think it'll be fine where it is.
It'll be fine where it is. Yeah, I guess you're right. And by right, I mean you're wrong. Telling me it'll be fine where it is. What, you think I'm stupid? I got another ship coming in, and unless you want that piece of junk's hull crushed flat, you better move it. Got it?
What other ship?
That's none of your business. All you need to know is that they're gonna be firing up their quad lasers if they find your ship squatting there when they arrive.
Let's see. The exchange. I can pay you for the space and your time.
Yeah? Right now, all I'm hearing is talk. How much you offering?
50 credits.
Done! Pleasure doing business with you. I got some visitors booked for your space, but I'm sure the two of you can work it out when they arrive.
I'm sure we can. Sounds like it'll be a pleasant situation. I'm trying to think who to take with me. I like Beadur because he's got some pretty sweet capability. Kreia is nice because she juices me up during combat. So I'm thinking I'm going to take, just for now, I'm going to take Beadur and Kreia. Alright. Let's go ahead and get moving on into Nar Shaddaa and see what we find. Is there something wrong?
Not as of yet.
Okay. Very cryptic, Kreia. Nice.
No, look, you can't keep us trapped in the refugee sector. We can't survive there. You've got us locked in.
I'm looking at a couple of cowards without the stomach for a real fight. Alright, so we're going to have to give these two guys a beating. I haven't used this Force Whirlwind yet. Let's try that. Didn't work. Oh well. I'm going to give these guys a quick beating. Nay, thrashing. Alright, well that wasn't real hard. See what we can find on their corpses. Probably not much because, you know, anytime we're fighting people around the old refugee sector here, I'm guessing the pickings will be slim. Let's see. I may still cripple you if you prove useless. It's glad to help. You'd better head out before you run into any trouble.
Whatever your reasons, thanks.
Alright, so helped him out. Get some more
refugees.
refugees.
What you did to those exchange thugs, stranger. Can you spare a few credits, maybe help another refugee in need?
Yeah, we're gonna say yes on number 1 because this is where Kreia likes to get all philosophical, and I'll let you all watch it.
Why did you do such a thing? Such kindnesses will mean nothing. His path is set. Giving him what he has not earned is like pouring sand into his hands.
Nothing is said as long as there is hope. There is a chance for redemption every
And
day.
would that be a kindness? What if by surviving another day he brings a greater darkness upon another?
You cannot know that.
The force binds all things. The slightest push, the smallest touch, sends echoes throughout life. Even an act of kindness may have more severe repercussions than you know or can see. By giving him something he has not earned, perhaps all you have helped him become is a target. Seeing another elevated often brings the eyes of others who suffer. And perhaps in the end, all you have wrought is more pain. And that is my lesson to you. Be careful of charity and kindness, lest you do more harm with open hands than with a clenched fist.
I'm gonna say I will consider what you said, I guess, but it's kind of stupid.
What I have said. Use your power, but in its proper place.
Alright, let's take a look around. I think the lightsaber parts we want are relatively easy to get here. There's another vendor. Is he over on this side? I'm trying to remember exactly how to get all my lightsaber parts. I'm getting towards the edge of this, or the end of this episode. I do believe that they're relatively quick to get a hold of here, though.
I saw that ship you flew in on. My ship.
What makes you think the ship is yours?
It's the Ebon Hawk, isn't it? She was stolen from me during a routine run in the Mid-Rim, near the close of the Mandalorian Wars.
Let's see. If you couldn't hold on to it, then you didn't deserve it.
So you
Ooh.
admit it's not yours. How did you come by it anyway? Who did you buy it from?
Let's see. Unless you want more trouble. If you don't get out of my way, you'll be dead. I'm just gonna say you're not taking the
We'll
ship.
see about that. Watch yourself.
Yeah, I'm not real scared of you. Alright. Let's see what this guy has here. Basically, he's selling some stuff, so let's see what you have. As we take a look at what he's got. So he's got Zircon crystal. He's got some different lightsaber crystals here. Jowl shape, perception gloves. That could be cool. Rubat crystal. So yeah, he's got different crystals. Yeah, anyway, I'm out of time for this episode. Let me close it here. I'm going to go read up on how to get the lightsaber parts so that I can remember, and I will see you all back on the next one. HeirofCarthage signing out for now.